This is a lot to take in, Aegis. What do you want from me? What is it that you're asking from me?
I just, I want you to, for one, control your magic. You deserve it. And the more you're able to control your magic, the more we understand about it itself, about magic itself. And the more we understand, the more advancements, the better help we can give to everyone.
Aegis, I can't say that I don't want to do this research. Okay. I'd be lying if I told you that. There's a lot. There's a lot at stake here. A lot more than just my own selfish desire to control my abilities.
Yes,
I,
I know. And you can help with that. If you just stay and help us, both you and me, learn more.
just I don't see how this is gonna help us. Yes, more knowledge is always good, but I, I don't see how learning how these shards work with magic is and helping me control my magic is gonna help us beating Epsilon.
I mean, just think of how powerful you can be if you controlled your magic.
I'm only still one person.
And I think that that one person can make a big difference.
And I think that's a lot of responsibility to try to throw on one person.
You won't be alone, don't get me wrong. You'll have me. You'll gesture toward Eitri and Sin. You'll have them.
I've heard of a tale of a certain king who, when he had the most power in the land, he was very thankful to be the most powerful. But as soon as he was powerful, the friends and warriors he had fought alongside for many, many years were no longer his friends, but
So are you
subjects.
saying you would...
Even if he considered them friends, the respect and the power within really changed the relationship. And raw power, even facilitated through someone as, I think, good as Phelan, I don't think he could be good all the time 100%, and that he would still make mistakes. And if we pointed out a mistake to him, who's to say that he wouldn't just do it anyway?
Now, don't get me wrong. As powerful as I believe Phelan could be, I don't think he'd be unstoppable. But are you assuming that if Phelan is granted this power, you think it would change him?
Yeah, 100%.
With great power comes great responsibility.
I agree, but when you look back to Phelan, I have more faith in him than that.
Phelan, have you changed over
I
time
think
as you've gained power in this, you know, thing we call an adventure? Has it changed you?
I would think that somebody like you would know how much things have changed me.
Exactly. I'm not saying it's for better or for worse, I think for better. But
exactly.
change is inevitable,
See,
and it's not always true that it'll be better.
the way I see it is that power doesn't make someone evil. Power only heightens what's within. If you're a good person and you're granted much power, that good will be able to have more foothold in the world. However, if you are evil, obviously more evil will be spread, And I believe that Phelan's a good person. So with more power, I believe he can do much good. And I think he'd be a strong tool against Epsilon.
Have you ever made a mistake, Phelan?
Me? Oh,
Yes, I have. You, you would know.
I do. He doesn't. But that's not the point. The point is, power magnifies the gravity of a mistake. Sure, it might have been Fireball one time, a long time ago. Who's to say that it wouldn't be Meteor Shower if you had so much more magic? I'm not saying you're not a good person. I'm saying everyone has capacity for making a mistake or being lured away by their own evil desires. There's no one completely pure. And if one evil desire were to take hold of you, we'd regret ever giving you the ability to be so powerful.
I know that. I don't want power like that.
Exactly. And
I just,
Aegis here seems to think he is above suspicion.
and what do you mean by that?
You see, I would think of it as a perspective. What you're doing in your eyes seems good, but anything that is good has potential for evil, since there's nothing that is perfect.
So what about my goals are evil?
I'd say they have the capacity for such, as you are not a perfect human, or you're whatever you are.
Is that not why we have gestures toward everyone? Friends? Colleagues? To keep us in check? To
And who are
remind
your
us?
friends? Because last time I checked, you weren't keeping in great touch with them recently.
Yes, and I've already explained why I haven't.
So, your argument is invalid because you haven't been keeping intact with your contacts who are supposed to keep you in check. And if you can't be checked by those people, who's checking you? No one. So, if you were to do something evil, which I don't think you would do, no one would be able to check you because you haven't kept in contact.
I'm sorry to burst a proverbial bubble, but your group is not the only friends I have and contacts I have.
I wasn't referring to us.
Then have you not? He kind of puts his hands up. Have you not seen everyone in this facility? They are my contacts. They are what keep me on the straight and narrow.
Aegis,
If you say so.
Yes.
why does it have to be me? You know, you and I both know that you are a far greater mage than I am. At least at this point in time.
Yes. But
Why does it have to be me?
because I see potential that you could be greater.
I'd like to see if he has any shadows residing in his heart. Any
Sure.
shade.
Do you have like a detect magic or anything like that?
I was just gonna connect with my patron.
Okay. Yeah. Then just do like a Arcana check.
I don't know what my arcana is, but I'll roll that d20.
Let's see if I
And
can
said it's
pull it up.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Oh, nope. Heading to the town blacksmith for repairs. That's unfortunate.
I don't
I got a 4, so either way, it doesn't matter.
I'm not saying that I don't have potential. I'm not trying to deny that. But as you've recognized the gravity of the situation, me learning and training should wait as much as I don't want it to. If you learning the shards would give us the knowledge that we need faster to defeat Epsilon, then you should be the one doing the research, and not me.
Phelan, have we not been training and working together for over 20 years? You were able to connect and use this shard much more than me or any of my scholars have been able to. In one session. You have a connection that I do not.
I'm like to walk up to Aegis. And what happens when that connection to this shard, which has more magical power than I've ever had, what about when it goes wrong? What about when I use this shard and I destroy this entire college and everything in it and all the people I care about?
I believe that if you are fully able to use that shard, you would be able to control your magic. That is my current theory.
But it's just a theory. I'll
One,
take the shard and I'm gonna
Game theory.
I'm just gonna like put it against his chest and like hold it in and be like,
Phelan.
let me think about it, Aegis. Okay, just give me some
Yes.
time.
Absolutely, Phelan.
I just
Just remember, Phelan, one of the first lessons I've ever taught you. The best effort you can make is the leap of faith. Please, take your time to think. There's some beds here, you can stay the night. And think. And make your decision.
I'm going home. I'll come back with an answer tomorrow, okay?
Phelan,
But
it's very late. Just stay here.
No, I think we'll be
I'm-
going home.
he's right. I've been gone far too long, and if I'm gonna do this, if I make the decision to help you with this, I have to at least know that I saw my family for the last time if something goes wrong, okay?
Phelan, nothing that bad is going to happen. We
You
have
can't
precautions
promise me
here.
that.
Yes, if you were to go and try to use the most magic you can out of, immediately, then yes, something like that could happen. But if we take it safely, methodically, and scientifically, we can make a safe environment for you. I promise you, if you stay here, you will see your family again.
What if
Out of character, I know that this is you trying to make sure that Phelan stays here, but I'm trying to find Phelan, and Phelan wants to go home.
What was that, Cade?
I was saying to Aegis or to everybody, kind of like breaking up the seriousness also, intentionally. Um, what if somebody who knows magic casts a spell that could act like a kill switch? So if his power goes too wrong or bad or big, then you just like shut it down.
Like an emergency switch.
Yeah,
I know
that way we
some.
keep in check.
I know some scholars that can arrange something of the sorts.
Big Dr. Octopus fan.
Problem solved.
Let me
Who needs a
Let me-
scholar when you have a dwarf?
let me go meet
Amen, brother.
Dalinar first, okay?
I thought you didn't want Alinar to be a part of any of this.
Well, I'm not killing him. I just Mom's expecting me home, and I can't tell her that I can't just not show up again. I've been gone long enough. Please let me tell him to tell her I'll be back later.
Yes, that can be arranged.
Taylor's just gonna he take the shard, make sure the Aegis grabs the shard from him, and then he's gonna
I'll take it.
walk back to him, like walk back upstairs to where Alinar is.
So you'll follow him, walking. And in fact, as you're walking out, he's like, "Here, let me go fetch him for you." And he'll walk ahead of you. And now, uh, yeah, we'll just go ahead and finish this part up then. So you walk back through the halls, and when you get to back to like the main chamber, you see Aegis walking down the steps into the facility, with Alinar next to him. Phelan, you said you wanted Alinar. Alinar's
Yeah.
just looking very confused. I will leave you two. And Aegis will walk away. Alinar kind of just look around. What's up?
All right, it's not anything. I just need you to tell Mom that I may not be home for a couple of days, or at least not tonight.
That's a really bad idea. Sorry.
Okay. He'll
And
look
why?
at
And why do you
Sin.
think that's Sin?
Who's more important?
You know what's important right now, Sin.
And this is the first step of you compromising your values for your mission. If you don't go visit your mom tonight, I don't think you would be someone worthy of carrying a shard.
You know, I don't even want to.
But it seems like you're being pressured into. And I don't know about you, but I don't think you're going to be able to say no to him.
What? What is Phelan? What is he talking about?
Aegis is asking me to help out with some more research that I don't know. It could be dangerous. It's more work with my magic, and you know how the past 20 years have been. So it shouldn't be a problem, but I just I need to think it over tonight. And Aegis has asked that I stay here while I think about it.
Okay. And you want me to tell Mom that you won't be back tonight?
I just don't want to. I've been gone a while. I know I haven't been back, and I just don't want Mom to worry if I
Oh,
don't show back up again.
that's fine. You know how many times I've told her that I was gonna be staying into college to do some research?
I know. I just
It's nothing new to her.
No, we can't disappoint your mom. Here, give me your hood.
my hood.
Yeah. Or
You gonna try to convince my mom that you're me?
I'm gonna be mute because of a accident at the college, and I'm gonna come home, drink some water, and go to sleep. It's better for you to go home than to not go home. And if I can't convince you to go home and tell your most beloved mother that you love her again, before you may never see her again, then I'm gonna at least go let her see you one more time.
It's fine. I'll take my hood off and I'll give it to him.
This is your biggest mistake. And I turn into you.
What?
And say it again, and then walk out.
Out of character, I know that I'm totally making this so much more dramatic than it really probably is, but I'm diving into the mental anguish that is failing right now. I'm going for it.
Once Sin changes into to look like Phelan and starts walking away, Aegis will be like, "Oh, after Phelan, where?" And then you'll like look back, see
I
Phelan,
flip him
look
off.
back. Now listen, and he'll like kind of like walk up and follow, like kind of walk up beside you as you start walking up. What are you doing?
Talking to me or Sin?
To Sin as he's walking up the stairs.
I'm leaving.
Okay, well, I don't. Are you going to abandon your friend like that?
You're a liar and a cheat. And my friend trusts you way too much. And I walk out.
He's just like walking in step with you up the stairs. Well, that hurts as you reach the top into the laboratory. But I will let you have your opinion. And I assume you just walk away?
Yeah.
Alright. And then he'll turn
I
back
don't
around.
have anything to say to this guy.
Then he'll just turn back around and walk back down the stairs.
Oh, what's his deal?
As he walks back down the stairs, he'll kind of be like looking back up as he goes down and walks up to Phelan and Eitri. Well, that was odd. Anyways, you look tired. Go get some sleep. Go get some rest and do some thinking.
I will, Aegis.
And he'll walk over to some other researchers and begin a conversation.
I'd like to, before I go settle down, I'd like to take a walk.
Okay.
I'd like to just kind of walk around the areas of research, try to specifically, looking at stuff that's new, hasn't been necessarily there, and maybe find one or two, pass by a couple of areas of people that I might know, have worked with.
Mm-hmm.
See if anybody's working on anything that's either seems odd, seems like it might be connected to what I'm looking at, or something I might be concerned about.
Roll investigation.
So bad. It's 15. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought.
15. So you're walking around, and as you kind of just like poke your head onto workbenches and desks of various researchers and scholars who are working, a lot of new faces, people you don't recognize, but you see a handful of people who you do recognize. And when you walk up and kind of look at what they're doing, a lot of them go, "Oh, Phelan," and like recognize you, and you engage in a little in like small talk. Pretty much just like when you run into a coworker that like as you're walking to the water jug or whatever, like water cooler conversations. That's essentially what you have.
Yeah.
As you kind of look around, and while you talk, you're able to look down and look at what some of them are working on. Some of them are just working on various different magical things. You see a few documents that you don't know too much about alchemy, but just from like intuition, what you know, it seems to be related to what Alinar has been working on. Except this is like a little bit more lower level and is interested in like you see that there's some stuff about like putting shards into those potions to see if that would help boost people's magic. Like a couple musings and hypotheses there. You see a few other things about some like miscellaneous research projects. And as you're kind of walking around, what's the vicinity that you're walking around in? Like, is it just like any hallway and room you can find, or is it just like that one kind of
Yeah,
main
yeah.
area?
How was the building laid
Yeah,
out
so
again?
you have like your big kind of not atrium, but pretty much like a large entranceway, and then there's kind of it kind of goes into like a square bracket, or not a square bracket, like it's pretty much a square around this underground kind of pillar or whatever. But it
Mhm.
sounds like it's much more open than it is. Pretty much, you have like a square box, and in that box you have like different kind of outshoots of different rooms. Some with like smaller, pretty much smaller buildings inside of there. You have things like the training grounds, which is where you came from with Aegis. Things like alchemy, like specialized rooms for alchemy, for like uh, runes or anything like that. For um, anything like kind of resembling sigils and all the stuff you learned about that. There's some like rooms for that, for spell casting, all of the different things, enchantments, just you name it.
Mhm.
Um, so is
I
that what
guess
just everywhere?
Yeah, I guess I would kind of just everywhere. I may focus a little bit more on kind of like the alchemy area because of that. I know Alanar's working on stuff like that, but I probably wouldn't really focus on that much more than I do everything else. I'm just kind of walking around, just trying to see if anything tugs at the interest, tugs at, maybe I should look at this a little bit more.
Yeah. So you keep looking, and as you kind of go to, and you kind of come across the people who like you mainly kind of outside of Aegis, the people who you like most commonly worked with during your time earlier in your past. Um, you see a few of the documents that they're working on, and how suspicious are you trying to be about like? Are you like overtly looking at it, or are you just kind of like glancing at it and kind of like from a distance, not trying to be super overt?
Um, Somewhere in the middle, not like too small of a glance, but not necessarily like I'm trying to get up in people's business. Just like I'm kind of
Yeah.
like looking
Okay.
around,
That's yeah.
you
I'd say that's what I assume. I just wanted to make sure.
I'm coming back, so I want to see what's going
Right.
on around. So
Right.
I'm kind of going under that guise.
One of these people, as you kind of like, as you're talking, is kind of like absent-mindedly, not absent-minded, but appearing absent-mindedly, just kind of look at what they're doing. Um, you realize that he's doing research on ceruleans.
Okay. Is each Ichiri still here with me, right? Or did
Yeah,
he go back
Ichi's
out with
still
Sin?
there,
Okay, okay.
as far as I
I'll
know, unless he wanted to leave with Sin.
He goes back to sell the lie.
Ichiri, do you go back with Sin or do you stay with me?
Uh, where's Sin going?
Sin's
Back
Back to
home?
the
going
house.
Back to
back
Phelan's
to
home.
I'm dressed up
Phelan's
like
home.
I'm Phelan, so if you talk to me, be sure you're talking to Phelan, because I am Phelan. Remember, hey, I'm Phelan.
Um, I'll go back with Sin.
All right.
Okay. All right. If it's just me, then I'll kind of stop by. Try not to like stop too suddenly, having realized that, but like I'll stop and I'll come by and just. This is somebody I worked with before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll come by and be like, just kind of looking like, what's hey, how's it going? I'm sure who would insert name here.
His name's uh
Melchizedek.
no Rakin. Rakin. Yeah,
Reckon.
Rakin. That sounds good.
I'll look up and hey, Reckon. Hey, how are you, Reckon? Thought that
Oh,
was you.
Phelan. He's like middle-aged for an elf. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'll come out and shake his hand. Yeah, I'm just got back in town. I was coming through talking with Aegis, just coming back around looking at some of the research coming out right now. What are you working on right now?
Oh, as he kind of like looks at his book and some of his notes, and he just nothing much. So he closes them. I'm just working on some of the things that Aegis has been getting me on. It's actually some stuff with. I'm sure you've seen the. Has he showed you the shards that we've acquired?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah. I'm just doing some research with that.
Oh, that's cool. I wasn't trying to be nosy, just kind of caught things as I was looking around. I was trying not to bother people, but trying to see what's going on.
Right, right.
I saw that you're right. I saw that you're writing about ceruleans.
Oh, yeah, as he opens back up his notebook. Yeah, that was what Aegis was asking me to look into. And so, well, there's a lot here, so I'm just kind of getting some preliminary basics down before I take a deeper dive.
So, a quick question on a quick character. How many people here would know that cerulean on the side of Aegis?
As far
Nobody. I wouldn't.
as far as you know, nobody.
Nobody. Okay, that's what I expected. So, all right. That's cool. Trying to get kind of trying to get back in the swing of things. You mind if I help out a little bit? Just working on preliminary analysis stuff, right?
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't do you not have any other assignment from Aegis? I'd hate to take you away from your work.
Not quite yet. We're still working on setting things up right now. I'm not sure how long I'll be in town because I'm working on that task force right now. So
Okay.
I'm kind of in between things right now. So I figured I'd come around and help out as much as I can. You know, the stuff we do here is really important.
Yes, you are right about that. Unfortunately, this is the only copy of this book that we have. You know what? You could go to the library and look up things on, as he kind of like refers to a different list. Anything about ceruleans that we have, just any in-depth histories from the library, or anything from early history. That's kind of where I'm gonna start after this. So if you could go to the library and pick those up, that'd be fantastic for me.
Yeah, I could absolutely do that for you. All right, how long are you gonna be here working on this today?
Oh, probably till the end of the day. I only have a few hours left. So, how good's your note taking?
It's pretty good. I tend to take a lot of notes.
Perfect. Then yeah, you can help me out with that.
Perfect. Let me go grab that. I'll kind of like make the little list that he was telling me about, and then I'll head back to the library. Make a note of kind of what time and stuff it is. That way, in case he's not, I don't come back before
He's
he
gone.
leaves. That way I know when to come back. So
Gotcha.
I plan to come back when he's gone, for sure. I'll come
Oh,
back
when
before
he's
then, but
okay. Yeah, yeah.
I'll come back before he's gone. But
I get what you're saying. All right.
yeah, anyways,
So,
I'll go and get an armful of books or whatever it is.
so you start walking to the library. Upon that, we're gonna switch back to Briar
I hope that-
and their group. I say their group as if anyone else is here. It's just Briar today. So
It's kind of dead air around you, Briar.
I know.
you're
Everybody's
Is that
being so
Sin?
quiet.
Oh, who said that?
I cast message.
so you have the sending book, right?
Yeah.
Biscuit can play Thunar.
Ah,
He's really good at role play.
that's really good. Like she's nailing Thunar. Wow. Anyways, so it is canonically you, Karu, Thunar, Tombstone,
Thunar.
and Havel. Oh, I guess Mara's with y'all as well. Although she probably would have stayed within this stayed at
Is
the
Mara
city
with us?
because, well, she wasn't part of the bounties, so she doesn't have to worry about that, and she doesn't really want to go and travel all that stuff. She figures, along with Karu, that's probably not the safest option for her, so she stays. And so you're traveling through. You left the city, and you're on that road going to the Bearer Woods. So, like I said, canonically, it's you, Karu, Tombstone, Thunar, and Havel. But for the intents for this session, it'll just be you and Karu.
Okay.
As you are walking down that road, keeping an eye out for anything, because people have gone missing. So what do you do?
Is there any sign of a struggle anywhere? Is there?
Roll perception.
Yeah. trying to drag this over. Oh my gosh. Okay. 20, dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So, y'all are walking, and it's just kind of it's a nicer road. It's not like a dirt or gravel road. It's like cobbled or a little bit of stone here, so it's not
Yeah.
completely desolate. Not like many of the roads you traveled in the Jaded Wilds.
Right.
And so you're walking, and pretty quiet. Not a lot of just. It's getting to sundown, so it's starting to get dark. And Karos asks, "So, how much further until you want to stop and make camp?"
Hmm. I don't know. I guess we could go for a couple more hours just before it gets too dark.
All right, fine by me.
I don't live too far away from here. I'm sure my parents would let us
I mean,
take refuge there
we got 3 days to spare, so it's not like we're
in a rush.
yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess just hike on for a little while longer. I don't know. I'm bad at maps. I don't know relative to where we're at now is where I actually live, because I know that I'm in these woods, but I
Oh,
have
so
no.
you have not reached the woods yet.
Okay.
You're on the road to the woods. That's where.
Okay. How far away
Oh,
are
it's
the
like
woods?
so at least in the if you refer to the map.
Okay, I'll look.
No. So I'll just tell y'all where. So like I want to say the city that y'all were at. It's not on the map, but it's like a little northeast of Zetsu, and so it's probably like a 2 to. If you were to go
Alright.
to the woods and back, it'd probably be like a 3-day travel. If y'all were booking it
Okay.
to the woods and back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect. Let's go there really fast. Let's get there. Let's travel for as long as we can handle it. And once it starts to get too dark, we'll make camp. And we'll look for any sign of struggle along the way of people disappearing.
And so as
That'll be
you're
like a fun
walking,
mystery.
you hear like the sound of a horse on like cobbled road coming up from ahead.
Whoa, I'm hiding.
So you hide in cars, and then he also hides. So roll a
And
stealth.
I guess everybody else is sitting in the middle of the road. I'm gonna kind of gesture for them to come to me. 26.
Okay, yeah, they don't see you. Oh, hold on. I got to roll for Karu.
I'm sorry, I know you want to be up
18.
there. You can't be
low.
up
Such a
there.
thick dice.
Yeah, so y'all kind of disappear into the shadows as you kind of hide and watch. And it's just this horse-drawn little wagon with some goods in its back. Definitely like some type of merchant traveler. Just
Some junk
Flop.
in the trunk.
Just some
plopping.
guy.
Yeah, there's like 2 people. One seems to be like kind of falling asleep or napping on the neck on the bench seat next to the person who's like, I guess, is drive the right word? I don't know how like attending. You
You can drive a cart, I guess.
okay? Yeah, then driving the horses essentially is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Okay, I'll step out of the bushes then.
When you step in the bushes, and they'll immediately like become startled and like jolt back.
I'm just like, hello.
Oh, like he like stops the horses. You can't scare me like that.
Sorry for startling you. You also scared me when I heard the click clack of your horse's hooves coming up
You
that
know,
hill.
understandable. With all these abductions going on. Whew.
You can never be too safe.
Exactly. The person like next to him is like kind of starting to stir, like, "Oh, what's happening?" It's like, oh, just, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, so, kind of looks around, notices y'all just walking. Did y'all lose your card or something? Oh, don't tell me someone took your cart.
That's exactly what happened.
Really?
We were walking. I'm trying to go home. These are my friends, and we were going home for a nice little vacation. Gonna meet my family, and then we got mugged.
Roll deception.
I don't know why I felt the need to lie.
Compulsive liar.
21. Yeah.
21. He's like,
21.
that's so unfortunate. And he'll see
I know.
Karu walk up. He's like, "Oh, is he part of your family too?"
No.
Who is this guy?
I don't know this guy. Oh. What of you? Why are you out here?
Oh, sorry. Just figured since y'all are both wood elves. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just well,
Racist.
me and my uncle, we're just coming to Sedai. We're going to Sedai. We're just looking for. I mean, we're merchants, so we just came from the Bearer Woods. Tried to sell things there.
Oh,
Now we're
didn't
just kind of
hit
going
there.
around. Yeah.
What race are these guys?
They're humans. But I'd say from their accent, even though I'm not giving them an accent, from their accent, you'd be able to tell they're from. Oh shoot! Hold on, now I gotta reference the map. Yeah, Rinikin, which is like the country next to the right of Ninasara.
Okay. Oh, so you're both from Renikin.
Oh,
What kind of
how could you
accent
tell?
would it be?
Oh yeah, please demonstrate.
You don't have to tell us. You don't have to
I
do it.
don't
You just have to
know.
tell us.
Honestly, the only reason why that
Dominican
came to mind was
accent.
because I was like, shoot, how can I like easily? It's like, oh, if someone has an accent, it's like, oh yeah, you're from insert country
Because
here.
Wyatt's go-to is like Arabic sounding.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
What's gonna be your go-to? Come on.
I don't know.
I like. Oh,
I'm
some
improvising.
tea and
This
crumpet.
is text apart.
Like
Alright,
we're
here we go, here
selling
we go,
some
here we go,
bits
here we
and
go.
bobs to them
Are
wood
they
elves in the
selling chocolate?
forest.
Yeah, we're just
Oh,
going
what
up.
are you?
We're just going up to the Sedai. We're selling our wares. You know how it is. Me and my uncle Tony over here. We're
I'm
just trying to get.
thirsty here.
That is Seth's go-to accent, actually.
Hey, hey,
Now that I
hey,
think
hey!
about it,
It's a good one.
it's a good one. It's a good one.
So what are you selling? What do you have?
Chocolate.
Well, we just got some cloths in the back here. Few few clothes. You're a lady. You like some clothes, right? Some nice dresses. Yeah, we got some of those.
You're a female.
You don't know I'm a
Sorry.
lady.
Oh, sorry, it was the hair. So and then got some tools. Picked those up at Bearer Woods. Looking to resell those at a higher price, if you know what I mean. Outside of that, yeah, just some various goods. Some trinkets, some a little bit of jewelry.
Does the Khajiit have wares?
Oh, can I look at the
If
jewelry?
Ryer has coin?
He kind of looks at the road. Usually I put it up in a stall or a shop of some sort. So
It doesn't bother me.
okay, yeah, sure. As he
Yes.
nudges his uncle, he's like, "Hey, come on, go grab this. Like, help me grab the stuff." And so they
Send
hop
her a
off.
message. Don't get in car with strangers.
They hop off. They kind of like lift up some like some canvas tarp or whatever to kind of
Oh, they're both off of the cart?
yeah. And they start like rummaging through and they pull out like a chest and they open it up and inside it's like a small box, probably about like that big. And they open it
Okay.
up and there's some jewelry in there. It's like, well, this is what we got.
Very nice.
I feel like I missed something. Is this just some random people you just found on the side of the road that you just were like, hey? Oh, perfect, lovely. This is what D&D is all about. Ask them for their names.
You're the worst.
So,
DMs
I
hate him with
actually
one simple trick.
I actually recognize this piece here. You won't be able to get more than, I don't maybe 2 or 3 gold for this one. How much did you buy it for?
What? Is it you mean this thing?
This is cheap.
This is cheap. Listen, I got this thing for 20 gold, all right?
Look, let me show you something. I hold up my hand. I'll give it right back to you, I promise. I'm a woman of my word.
10
Even
gold
though
on
I'm a
it?
wood elf, I can't be
He's like,
10 gold
10
on it,
gold.
even though it's not worth that much.
10 gold.
No, it's not even worth that much.
No, listen. No, you give me the 10 gold. I give you the necklace. You
Oh
give
my
me the necklace. I
gosh.
give you the 10 gold. That's how this thing
How
works.
can I
Okay.
trust you to give me back the 10 gold?
How can I trust you to give me back the necklace? This is how this works, lady. Listen, I just met
Listen,
you. You scared me on the side of the road. What am I supposed to do here?
Turn you
fine.
the hashling slasher.
Listen,
Oh my god.
listen. I'm a little scared. Sorry, I'm a little scared at the moment. You see, I found an abandoned wagon over that way, just a little ways away.
Okay. Fine. Look, we'll do it your way. You ready? Bite it.
What?
Bite the necklace. I'll prestidigitation, like a little indent in it.
In it? You're British now.
In it.
Sorry.
Little dent in it. You say that?
Okay, I understand now. What do you want?
Take it out. You see?
What?
Fool's gold.
I barely put down on that thing.
I told you.
Why then? He's like just slams his hand on the wagon. That rat bastard.
Listen, I can do you a favor. I can pay you, say, 5 gold for all of that. And you'll be making, like, I don't know, 2.5 times the profit you should have.
Kind of looks at
I
it.
know it's hard to believe. It looks great at first glance, but that will tarnish after 1 or 2 wears.
It looks great at first glance.
It does.
Puts it back in the box and closes it. Then I'm sure someone's gonna buy it for 20 gold.
All right. And I
Well,
drop it.
anything else you want in here?
No, not really. I was trying to do you a favor, but
Well, I appreciate it.
I will ask. We're looking to get to the Barrow Woods faster. I know you just came from there, so it would be incredibly rude of me to ask you for a ride back. But would you offer us a ride back?
No.
Okay. Uh. So. That's not gonna work. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna leave these guys alone. What else do you have? You had the jewelry that's worth nothing that nobody's gonna pay
Yeah,
anything for.
the
'Cause you
cloth,
dented
which I'm
it
sure you're
already.
gonna say is just, painted canvas at this point.
I
Some
don't want any
dresses,
of your
which I'm
clothes. I
pretty
just
sure
wanna
you're
look
gonna
at this
say is
point.
gonna, just like a costume.
Okay, why are you mad at me when I helped you?
Sorry, listen, like I said, I'm a little on edge right now, and you didn't really make yourself. It wasn't a great introduction.
I'm sorry. Listen, we were already mugged, and I'm having a really hard day. And to be honest with you, I saw some nice jewelry, and I thought, hey, I can afford some fool's gold jewelry. And when I heard that you thought it was the real deal, I was like, oh, let me help this guy out. But now all of a sudden, you're upset with me. You still have a cart, and you have tons of goods that you're gonna get to sell for tons of gold, while I'm gonna be walking out here for 3 days straight. Because
Okay.
I got my cart
You know what?
stolen.
You helped me, I'll help you out. You need a wagon? A carriage? Anything like that?
Yes.
There's an abandoned one that way. You can just go and grab it.
I grab him by his head and I kiss him on his forehead. And I say, thank you, good sir! And I walk that way.
Look at his uncle. What the hell is that? Goes at the flop. You'll just look at Car. I'm sorry.
She's skipping towards the way he pointed.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Slowly losing it.
And then you'll get back in, then you hear the horse
Wood elves.
kind of yeah, gotta go back up and start walking again as Car will catch up to you. Briar, what was that?
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm fine about not talking about it either.
Let's just find this cart. If it's not there, you might witness something scarier.
Oh,
I may cry.
oh. We definitely don't want that to happen.
No, we don't.
And so, you all walk a little long. About 45-minute walk later, you come across, more like an hour walk later, you come across, like kind of in the distance, you see a wagon, a carriage.
Ow.
Yeah,
Is it functioning?
it's just kind of off the side of the road.
Does it look broken?
No?
Karu, could you, or I guess Thunar too, help me haul this into the road. Help me while I watch.
And so, kind of, they start moving it back onto the road.
Oh, we don't have a horse.
No, there's no horses.
Ugh. Thunar's gonna have to do some pulling today.
And you'll look at the car, look at it. You think this is a carriage of someone who's been abducted?
Oh, that's such a good point, Karu. I'm so glad you said that. I almost lost track of why we were here. Okay, let me look around. Tell me if you find anything.
All right, roll investigation.
Oh, great, 21.
21.
9 plus 10, baby.
Okay. And so you start looking around, and yeah. So you look around. It just kind of looks like a typical, just kind of traveler stuff. Nothing. Like the door to the carriage is broken, but outside of that, there's like not much any other signs of struggles or anything like that.
There's no footprints anywhere.
I mean, around it, you would see that like from like the kind of like the divots in the ground or whatever, it was definitely pushed off the road. And I will say, what was your roll again?
21.
Oh shoot, never mind. Yeah. So you'll and then you'll looking around you, kind of looking for those footprints. You'll see some kind of going, and you see like a pair, going away from the road, like perpendicular to the road, so like away from the carriage and out of the road, and then some other footprints just like leaving, going back to the city, kind of alongside the road. Multiple footprints going back to the city, and only one pair of footprints going away.
Well, if it was multiple going back, one going away, why would they do that? Oh, if it would be one person that was traveling, if they grabbed them and brought them back. Did the multiple pairs of footprints ever meet the single?
Yeah, so
Person?
both of these, all these footprints came from the carriage.
I feel stupid. Can I? Okay. Maybe there is just
And
a group
then
of people that went back, and then people.
You
one
would
person that-
hear from like around the area like a twig like snapping from someone stepping on it.
Who is it?
You don't.
Can I go
It goes from like from outside. It comes from the
Let's
direction
go
of one
to
of the
it.
footprints. That's where it comes from.
I go that way.
And you start running. He's like, "Wait, Brian, where you?" Car just like, where you go?" As you just like start running toward there, and as like it doesn't take long where you see a woman kind of like trying to sneak up in like normal, like kind of I guess more fancy citizen's clothes, and she sees you running toward her, and she kind of just lets out a small little yelp and like tries to start to run away.
If she's looking at me, I'm gonna hold my hands up like this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. You're okay. It's okay.
Are you with them?
I don't know who them is.
The people who tried to kidnap me.
Absolutely not. Look at my small stature. I would never even try such a thing.
Okay.
What happened?
And she'll like kind of slowly start to walk back toward the carriage. Well, you see, I was traveling back. I was gonna take this road and hopefully get back to Zetsu, when suddenly I was ambushed by this group of people. Don't know who they were, couldn't see their faces, they had little things on. And, well, they broke into my carriage, they took me, they let my horses go, and, well, they grabbed me, looked at me, they'd said, I don't remember, something about not being right. I don't exactly remember. And then they just threw me to the side and ran away.
Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Nyla.
Nyla. We're gonna find these sons of bitches. And we're gonna get them.
Okay, well,
Come with me. I do have a group. They're not bad people. Were you headed somewhere?
Yeah, I was going back to the city. I was
Okay.
on my way back to Zetsu.
Well, if you feel safe to travel by yourself, you can. If not, you're free to stay with us for a while. We'll be heading back Are we going the same way? I don't know.
So if y'all are going to the woods, y'all were going like this. Y'all would have been going like this. So she's going
Okay.
back to the same direction the merchants were.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Like when we go back, we'll be going in the same way that she's
Yes.
going now.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Okay. So if you want to wait a few days, we will be heading back that way. But there are. Well, you probably wouldn't be able to catch up with them. I was gonna say there are some merchants that might let you tag along with them, but we don't. I mean, we found your cart, and there are no horses, so we were gonna take yours, but then we saw just kind of the scene of the crime, and
Okay.
yeah.
Well, if you want to catch the people who did this, and she'll point like in this direction of the footprints, they went that way.
How many were there?
Oh, I don't know. I saw two, but it felt like there were so many more.
Okay, you saw two, and they were wearing masks.
Yes.
How tall were they?
I'd say anywhere between 5'11" to 6'3".
Okay. Do you know what they were wearing?
Their clothes looked green. The masks that they had on the lower half of their face, it was like a brownish color. It all happened so fast. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll find them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And as for now, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna continue walking alone?
Well, I ran away from the carriage and I waited a bit and came back hoping that they were gone. And I saw you, so I thought maybe y'all were the same people who attacked me.
No.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Do you know where your horses went?
No.
That's fair. I probably wouldn't either. Well, we'll keep an eye out for them too.
Thank you.
Yep. So I'm just gonna like awkwardly drop the conversation and turn around like it's over. And just go back to like, well, we're relatively close, so I'm just gonna turn around and like walk back towards our group.
Okay.
So, my deductive reasoning skills have shown me that someone was mugged here.
Mm-hmm.
And she ran away. She's heading back to the town. But she got away. There's a couple of guys, about yay high. I'm standing on my tippy toes, like reaching in the air, and they're wearing green, and they have masks on, and they've been mugging people and trying to kidnap people, and said something to her about being wrong. I'm kind of speaking this to the group. So, she doesn't know where her horses went, so it's kind of a dead end there. But I do want to
Did she
find
know
these
where
guys
the people went?
that away.
All right.
We
So
can
what do you
follow
want to
those
do?
footsteps. How late is it?
It's like starting to be sundown.
Oh, we can follow the footsteps.
Well, that's
We
what
gotta
I
be
was
fast though, I bet.
thinking. I think we can be fast.
I think so too.
All right. And so you keep going and you follow those footsteps, right? Roll
Yes.
survival for how well you can track the footsteps, the footprints.
Hold on a second. I don't like that roll, so I'm gonna think about using my lucky.
You know what? I'll have Karu help you with it, so you roll at advantage.
Oh, you're so generous. Thank you. Well, that was even worse.
Oh.
It's okay. If I use a luck point... No, I don't think that's how that works. Oh, but it... Okay,
Do you roll that
natural one.
at advantage too, is what you're asking?
Yeah, but I don't think that's...
I don't know. These rolls don't
Nate
like
knows. Nate will know.
What is it?
you.
If I roll a luck point, do I roll another one if I have advantage? Or do I just roll
like,
one?
is it another advantage roll or is it just another roll?
I don't know the specifics of luck itself, but the phrasing on halfling, which has luck, it's anytime you roll a 1, the dice can be re-rolled, and so it's not the 2, it's just the 1, right?
Just
that got
one dice. Okay.
Yeah, and then it's advantage from that. So if you roll a 1 and a 4, you re-roll the 1. If you get a 4 and a 4, then it's still 4. So re-roll
I'm
1.
just gonna use it again. Okay, cool. With the second lucky, I got a 19.
There you go.
Nice. So
Yeah.
you follow these. How stealthily are you doing this? How stealthily do you
I'd
want
have
to
to
do this?
assume, like, not super stealthily, because I'm assuming they're on the run,
Mm-hmm.
but also not, like, full on out there, because she is kind of
Right.
mid-range
Yeah.
sneak.
Okay. So you're kind of like, yeah. So you're following these footsteps, and they kind of follow the road for a bit, and then they diverge off until they eventually intersect with another road. Right. It's like a smaller, more dirt-like road. And as you're walking up, roll perception or stealth. That's a weird choice, but it makes sense in my head.
Perception or stealth?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know what stealth. 2 nat ones within like
Oh my
30 seconds.
gosh.
Hold on. Using my last luck point. Does a 30 work for you?
Oh my gosh. So you're going, and as you're following those footsteps, you look up and you see another another wagon or carriage that is this time like tipped over to the side. And there you see a hooded figure stooping down and looking at it. And immediately you stop, and they haven't noticed you.
Good. Okay. Are there any trees nearby?
Yeah, there's some like clusters of trees that you could
Okay.
use.
Is there only one person?
Only one that you see.
Is Karu within my eyesight?
Yes.
Can he see this?
He also sees this.
Okay, just making sure I didn't need to be like. So, so I'm gonna try to get as close as I can.
Okay, well, with a 30 stealth check, I think you can get pretty close.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me roll perception real quick.
You think you can roll a 30?
I'll say, if I can beat a 30, then we're in business. That's a D12,
That'd
not a
be crazy.
D20.
You can roll that. That's okay.
Oh? Is it close? No, it's not. No, it's not close. Alright. So, you can get up pretty close.
How close?
Honestly, with a 30, and he didn't notice you, within melee range.
Woohoo!
Roll an insight if you're getting that close.
Okay. Ooh, 26.
So as you start to get closer and you're sneaking up, you realize that this person is inspecting this carriage.
Oh. Okay. So he's non-threatening, or she. He or she is inspecting it. Okay. I'm gonna hold my dagger up to this person's neck, and say, "Don't move."
He'll slowly kind of lift his hands.
I turn around with him to where like he can face Karu.
And so you'll like Kara will be looking and he'll turn it, and then like he became like really like rigid and like tense.
Scared.
Yeah, when that happened, and then you turned him around, and you immediately feel like once like Kara and him look at each other, you see him immediately de-tense, and he says,
Oh!
"Oh, stars above, it's just you guys." As he takes off the hood, and it's Waylon.
Yippee! What's your deal, pal? What's going on?
Kara just goes, Briar, put the knife down.
I was
What
giving him
a-
a hard time.
Great job sneaking up on the blind guy.
And as he takes his hood
Thank
off,
you.
you
I know he's
realize
not blind, but
he doesn't have
Might as well be.
he doesn't have his blindfold on.
Can I? I'm gonna look in his peepers.
I was about to say, and you see very aqua blue eyes.
Ow! You got them eyes like Phelan.
Oh no, Phelan's are much more dim than mine.
Dim.
Well, I mean, you gotta look carefully for him. They just look blue to most people.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Why
didn't
are you
really
out here?
didn't
Are
really get the
you-
blue eye gene like I did.
If that's what makes you feel better.
It works sometimes.
So, what are you doing out here? Are you investigating the disappearances?
Well, funny you ask, because that's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. Why?
Well, you see, as he kind of goes back to the carriage and like digs into his pocket and takes something out. This isn't the first disappearance I've looked into. And well, most of them have one of these. And he hands you a piece of paper.
Okay, I'll look at it.
And as you look at it, you realize that it's a writ of travel. As in something that, allows people to cross borders. And it's for merchants, it's, for going and selling goods to come back at a certain given, to go sell goods within this certain date, so you have to leave and come back by this certain date. But looking at it, you realize that it's a writ of travel specifically for ceruleans from Rinikin.
Do I remember? Was that? Were they? They're 4 ceruleans?
Yeah, so like a cerulean would have to go get this sort of travel
Get
in order
this.
to.
Yeah. Do I remember what those girls' eyes looked like?
They were
She must have been a
roll history.
history.
Roll that history check.
From now on, I'm gonna be like, can I look in her eyes? 11.
From what you remember, she was not cerulean.
Oh, I hate it when you do that. What about the merchants that were coming the opposite way we
one-
were going?
No, they were not.
They were not. Okay, so they hadn't been mugged. So that says something to me. They've also been kidnapping them. Is there a cerulean trafficking ring going on right now?
He just kind of shrugs. I don't know. I just
Ooh,
find
that
it.
makes me nervous for Phelan.
Where's Phelan?
At his family home, I believe.
Okay,
As far as I'm
well,
aware.
You would think.
at least
You would
he's-
think, wouldn't you?
At least he's somewhere
Hello?
safe.
I don't know. I have a gut feeling something might happen.
Well, with this group, something always tends to happen.
That is so true. Well, where have you been?
Well, you see, I've been investigating this. You see, I've
Okay.
caught winds about ceruleans being kidnapped, abducted,
Huh.
all sorts of things. Started going down to this underground sort of like black market lead that I had. Hence why you found me in that one bar a while back.
Yeah.
Um,
So this has been going on for a while.
it has, and as you can probably imagine, look like points at his eyes. I have a lot of stake in this. Feels a bit personal.
I understand why. So do you have any leads as to what's going on other than the little bit of information you gave me?
Well, outside of these writs of travel, and from what I learned from the black market and the underground that I really wanted to get out of too quickly, it seems to me like someone is at least wanting to kidnap ceruleans.
Yes.
No clue why. Or
It's
who.
strange though. So we had heard of disappearances towards the woods, but nothing mentioned that it was solely ceruleans who had been getting kidnapped.
Yeah, it's been a little bit on the down low, but seems like, well, they're now just picking people off the road.
Hmm. We ran into a younger woman. Younger woman? She was in nice clothes, that's all I know. And I don't know if like they tried to kidnap her, but she got away, and I don't know if she was a cerulean or not, or if she's in danger. We left her with her cart.
Looks at it. Where was she going?
She was going back to Zetsu.
Interesting.
Yeah. And we also ran into some other travelers, but they were completely fine. And they were not cerulean. So they're probably fine.
Well, he just kind of scratches his head. It's a bit of a interesting case. This changes some things.
You haven't happened to see any horses around here, have you?
Well, I have my horse.
Awesome.
It can fit one.
Yeah, but can he pull?
He looks at
Can he pull?
everyone. Not all of you guys.
No. Okay. Well, we just need like one more then. We're doing great. Okay, so
But what? Okay, hold on. What about y'all? What have y'all been up to? Because I randomly found you in an underground bar of all places.
That's such a great question. Uh,
And then I told you guys to meet me somewhere the next day, and y'all just didn't show. You ghosted me.
okay, that wasn't on purpose. That wasn't intentional. Kara,
And
do you
now
want to
you're in
explain to your
Minnesota?
brother?
And they kind of just like give an awkward glance at each other. We can talk on the way there, Waylon says as he
Yeah, it's a
kind
long
of
story.
starts walking, stops. Where are you going?
To the Barrow Woods.
Okay.
Do you are you okay?
No, I mean that's
Are you okay
fine.
with that?
Just
Okay.
why are you going to the Barry Woods?
Well, we're kind of trying to lay low for a few days because we're kind of like almost at America's Most Wanted. We're kind of like the most wanted right now. A bunch of bounty hunters want our heads. So we're trying to get that settled before we head back into town.
He's kind of just scratches his forehead. You have a lot of talking to do. You have a lot of catching up to do. All right. And you're like a whistle, and his horse will kind of come off from the distance. Well, I still got about a day's journey to the Barry Woods, so I think we'll have time.
Nope.
And so they all keep going and travel. I mean, at this point, it's probably past sundown, so you probably travel to a nice place and make camp for the night. Right now, going back to Sin and Eitri. You leave, and you make your way back to the Null household. Sin looks like Phelan, and Eitri is following him. And you eventually get there. What do you do as you approach the house?
Oh man, I'm just gonna go in.
Just gonna open the door and walk in?
I don't know if he has a way to go in his house. I'm not that observant.
So you just walk in.
How would Phelan walk into his house? I walk into the house.
And you see Elidir just kind of sitting on on a reading chair reading. She looks, "Oh, Phelan, you're back."
I'll wave a little bit,
Oh, and you brought your friend back
and
too. Hello.
and I point at Eitri and for him to explain. Eitri.
Oh no, they're both mute.
Cade.
Huh?
Neither
I'm
of them
muted?
talks. No,
No.
I was making a
No,
joke
like
because
you.
Oh,
Phelan's,
okay,
Phelan's
are
mute,
mute.
and
I was just
yeah.
Cade Mon Miller. Katie Wadey.
and
Pookie.
then I try to
Well,
sign with my hands, like do the choking symbol. I realize,
What?
wait, that's the choking
You
symbol, and then I
someone
change my
choked
mind and
you?
I do like, I like.
Phelan, if you wanted to play straight, you could have at least waited till tonight.
No,
What happened to your voice? And she like immediately goes up, like gets up and starts walking toward.
I mime a boom, like a big explosion.
What? Did you lose control of your magic again?
No. And then I blame one of the interns.
Phelan, I can't understand what you're saying. Hold on, just here, take a seat. Stop, just take a seat. I want to make some nice tea for you. It'll help your throat.
I won't be able to write like him, so I can't think of like pen and paper. Oh gosh.
And she'll go and she'll like make a nice like honey tea. And she'll come back and kind of put it in front of you. Now drink that. It'll help your throat.
I drink it, and
So you did not lose control of your magic?
thank
No, stop. Don't
you.
talk. Don't talk. So you didn't lose control of your magic? So kind of like sits there, kind of looking up, thinking. It wasn't you. It was so. What you were? I mean, I know you. Did you? What did you go to meet up with Aegis? I think that's what you said you were doing. Was that a yes?
And burn through
Burned your
spell.
throat? You burned your throat on a spell? Fate. And she like pushes the cup towards you again. Drink. Oh my.
I love you,
Well,
but good night.
no.
And I try to give her just a really big hug, and then hold my throat like I can't talk anymore.
Yeah. Don't say another word. I'll make some more tea for you. I'll make sure you have enough. But I don't want. I can't. You're a grown man. I can't tell you what not to do. But if this is what's happening when you go to research with Aegis, or we go talk with Aegis, well, let's just say I'm glad your brother can't do spells, because he'd probably get just as hurt. I think I allowed you to go off and to this task force thing. Listen, just keep drinking the honey. It'll help your throat. I'll look for some herbs and medicines that we have here that can help with any burns.
You.
Yeah, what did I say about talking? Now go. No, just go to your bed.
And I go to his room and go to bed. I leave. I stay fully clothed in the cloak and everything.
All right, and we'll go back to Phelan.
I sneeze thinking of somebody talking about me. I'm kidding. All right.
And so you went to go and grab grab those books.
Yeah. Go grab
the
the books that he asked me to go and grab and check out for him.
So you go and you search the books, and you're able to find some of the books. Like, he didn't give you specific titles, just topics. So using you and I mean you're familiar with books and whatnot. So just using your own intuition, you pick out some books for you two to start looking through, right? And the library's kind of not a far walk, but it's like across the facility from where he was. So it's a decent one. And so you walk there, you pick out these books, and then you have like a stick. How many books do you want to get?
How many were on the list?
I mean, he gave you like 3 topics.
I'll get maybe 2 books per topic, maybe. That'd be 6 books.
Okay, so 6 books. So you kind of juggle these 6 books. Not juggle, but balance these 6 books in your arms.
I feel like I'd be really good at it though, because I do it a lot.
Yeah, I must say. Yeah, because you just with ease just kind of like put them in a nice little hold. Again, so, and then you just casually walk out of the library and start heading back. Now it's gotten a little later, right? At least from your conversation with Aegis, as you've just been looking around and talking with other people. And so you're walking. When I need you to make me a dex check.
Dex check. Well, that's a 2.
Oh no. And so you're walking until suddenly your foot just catches something, and you just come tumbling down onto the floor and just spill all your books across the floor.
Shit. I'll look and see what I tripped over.
And then and then you turn around and you see 2 hooded figures just reaching for you.
I blast the first one. I do not let that just happen.
What are you throwing at him?
Actually, I see them grabbing at me. I cast Dimension Door right where I'm sitting, right where I'm like laying on the ground at,
Mm-hmm.
opening up in the laboratory.
Oh. In the laboratory? Like the one in the
Let me think.
college?
Hold on. Wait, let me see. Yeah, because we're more than 500 feet away from my house, right? Like we're
Oh, definitely.
yeah. So I like pretty much the safest place I could think of in the laboratory. So probably next to Aegis's desk.
So like in the facility, yeah.
Yeah, in the facility.
And so so you do that, you start kind of fall through this door as you hear them kind of curse to each other as you fall through, land in front of Aegis's desk, and the dimension door closes. And Aegis kind of like just stands up and like pushes his chair back. He's like, Phelan!
I get up and I turn to him. Somebody's here trying to get me.
What? And he just immediately just like runs to the door and like throws it open. Where were they?
I don't know. They were upstairs in the library. I was bringing down some books.
He immediately
And I
just like
tripped over
turns his like he like turns to his hands and like a portal opens to the library. And he steps through like to the entrance of the library.
Mhm.
Do you follow him?
Yeah, I'll step through with him.
And so they'll step through and there'll be like two people kind of walking away like slowly.
Are
I'm
this
saying
them?
and they're wearing hoods. Like they're the same like type of clothes as all the other researchers, but they have like hoods on.
Okay, so they would be these two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point at them. I'll be like, those two. I think it's those two.
And he just like with like almost like anger that you've rarely seen from Aegis, he'll just like stomp forward, open up another portal like in front of them, and just like step out in front, just like to face them down, and they immediately stop and kind of like pull back, and they just like one of them like just turns around and starts running the opposite direction, like right into your direction, Phelan.
Right into my direction, you say?
Yes, like right towards you.
All right. Congratulations, buddy. I will cast straight at him. I will cast Magic Missile,
Oh gosh.
and I will target his feet with it specifically to make it difficult for him to run. I want it to hurt. his
All right. How much damage? I need to know if you kill him or not.
Oh yeah, because he's probably a commoner. I'm also, like I said, I'm also trying just to do his feet. So I'm not trying to
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
him.
yeah.
So I
That's
just put holes
okay.
in his
That's
feet.
fair. That's fair.
So that would be
So non-lethal attack.
Oh, yes, non-lethal attack. It's but it kind of pissed me off though. So oh boy, I rolled that high. 15.
15. All right.
15.
So you just like pretty much just like shred his feet as he flops down to the ground, looks up and kind of notices you and like kind of shifts back and starts to like crawl backwards away from you.
I'll put a flame in my hand. I'll be like, I wouldn't move if I were you.
And he'll stop. And Aegis will just be like, down. As the person in front of him who's still standing just kind of like gets down and puts his hands up. And he'll like he'll like kind of like rip their hoods off. Phelan, do you recognize these men?
Do I recognize?
And you do not.
them? As in, they weren't the ones who tried to grab me, or?
I mean, like just like in
Okay.
general, you don't recognize them.
Sure. Okay. I don't know. No, I guess I do not.
I don't either. I don't know whose scholars or researchers they are, but they are not mine. At this point, like a small, like not crowd, but like a lot of the researchers who are still there, like kind of like look over your, look over their desks, and they're kind of watching the situation.
I'll walk to the one that is on the ground in front of me and grab by the front of the shirt. Why are you here?
He just doesn't say anything. He's like
I
being
will.
intentionally not saying anything.
I like to hold the flame closer and closer to his face. I'm very good at making flames hurt. Why are you here? And I'd like to roll intimidation.
Roll it.
Nat 20.
Oh my gosh! No
Whoa.
freaking way! Let's go. We're here to stop him. As he points his reaches and points his fingers at Aegis.
What do you mean? Stop him. Why were you trying to grab me?
Because. And then Aegis was like, enough.
No, Aegis, no. Let me hear him.
Because. You are a threat.
A threat to you?
A threat to everyone.
And why is that?
And he kind of looks at the other person who's sitting on the ground. And he just shakes his head. And he'll look back and look at the flame in your hand. Because you, and Aegis will interrupt again. It's like, no, that's enough. You walk over and grab the man
Aegis.
sitting.
I'm Say it.
Because you don't know what he wants to do with you. And then Aegis just clocks him on the head. And he'll look at you. Well, it's obvious that they want to separate you from me. We do not know who they are from. We do not know their motives. So, do not let them manipulate you like this. And he'll point toward
Seth, I need you to call something for me.
Call something for you?
I need a high or low.
Oh, frick!
I need a high or low for which way Phelan's gonna fall in his trust right now, because
Well,
I'm right in the middle.
You know, I always go high.
Talk to Sin. Talk to Sin. He'll convince you the right way.
It's not there at the moment. Is the problem?
You have
Alright.
message.
You're not always 120 feet.
Oh, I have message.
Wait. I don't have sending. You have sending. All right.
I probably wouldn't. I'd probably actually be asleep. I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
think, I should probably
No,
give him
you're-
a
You probably
good night
tuck your
text.
skin.
No, that wouldn't make sense. All
Tuck
right.
your feet.
Actually, no. I sent you a sending 6 hours or 3 hours ago. Hey, all's well. I'm going to bed.
All right. Hi, I'm staying.
All right.
Phelan will he'll look at Aegis. Then he'll look at the guy in front of him. And he'll Just drop him on the ground. Go back and pick up the books he dropped. I'm assuming you have somebody who can carry them downstairs.
You, and he points to one of the researchers. Help me. And they'll pick up the two people. The other guy is just hasn't said a word, and they'll start to drag them away. Roll me your choice of history or insight.
That is a history or insight. A 19.
And so they'll be tugging him away, and Aegis will stop, kind of look back toward you. Thank you, Phelan, for your trust. And remember, the best effort you can give right now is a leap of faith. And I appreciate your faith in me. And you'll turn around and continue to drag them off. And you notice it's in a direction that you don't remember from his tour that he gave you.
I would like to follow.
How discreetly would you like to follow?
As discreetly as possible.
Roll me a stealth.
Let me see if I don't think I have any spells that help me with that kind of stuff, so. Yeah, I don't. Okay. That will be a 13. Unfortunately, not very high.
So a 13?
Yes, I don't think I have anything I can add to that. Let me double check. Oh, wait, I use my Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage.
Okay.
And I rolled a 13 again. Lovely.
And so you kind of you wait for them to kind of go for a little further, and then you kind of start to slowly follow them. And they're dragging these, and they go down a corridor, like a kind of a longer corridor with a large stone door at the end. And once they get to the corner of when the corridor passes off, he instructs the other researcher to go and kind of take the two of them the rest of the way. And he stops and kind of, there's nothing more to see here, Phelan. Trust me in that.
You've only earned a piece of my trust, Aegis. I'm sorry to have to say that, but the time I've had away, I'm not the same man who left.
I realize that now. You've grown into a man, a good man. And I hope to build more trust with that man.
I hope so too, Aegis. While my trust is not the same, I do still respect you. And for everything you've done for me.
He'll give a soft smile as he nods. Thank you, Phelan. Now come. You must be very tired now. Let's drop off those books and, well, what were you doing with those books?
Oh, I was walking through, just talking to some of the researchers earlier. I figured if I'm going to be here, I might as well make myself useful in terms of other research to familiarize myself with what's new going on around.
Does
So
that mean you plan on staying?
I'm considering it.
Kind of smiles. Well, then don't let me get in the way of you and your research. Please. Just remember to sleep this time.
Of course.
And he'll pat you on the shoulder and then walk away.
I'd like to. I'm having to make some rolls because I'm having so much trouble deciding which way to swing. I'd like to. Don't really have a way of. Actually, I'll chase it. I'm gonna walk after Aegis real quick.
Okay, you'll walk after Aegis.
Aegis,
Yes.
I think I will stay and research.
He smiles.
But
That's good news. But
with that experience,
Oh,
I
don't-
need to go. I need to go see my mom one last time tonight, and I'll be back. I'll come back tonight.
okay. I can do that.
But I've been through enough. And that scares me.
Yes, and I hope it goes without saying that, well, I am quite upset by this as well, and I will be upping security in here much more. I thought this was, as he looks around, one of the most secure places in the world. But
I know, and I appreciate that. So, but I will go and I'll return quickly.
yes,
I just want to make sure that I see them in case anything does happen in again. Can't take too many chances.
that is fine. I need to check in with Eleanor in the laboratory, regardless, so I'll always join you on the way out.
Thank you. That would be nice.
As he walks with you through the facility, up the stairs into the laboratory. There, Eleanor is finishing up some of his studies and research. Right now, he's just doing homework in the laboratory. And he looks at him. Oh, kind of like rubs his eyes a bit. I was wondering when you two would come out of there.
Yeah, sorry. Just taking care of stuff.
Oh, that's fine. And you look at Aegis, look back toward you. So has he hooked you again?
I think so. You know
Kind of
me
just
and
like
researching.
smiles, shakes his head. Yep. Bunch of crazy stuff to learn out there.
Sure is.
Well,
But hey, I'm gonna walk home with you. I figure I'm gonna come back and stay here and do some more research tonight. But I figured I'd still come back and see mom beforehand.
okay. Yeah. Oh, I was about to finish up here, so sounds good. And Aegis will just kind of just. I'll wait for you to return, Balin.
Of course, I guess I'll be back before long.
He just nods as the two of you make your way out and start walking back to your house.
Walking. As soon as we're like out of
Mhm.
eyesight of the building, I pick up my pace
Like
and start walking quicker. Like I start walking, not running, but I just start walking faster.
it's like, jeez, Phelan, I'm having to nearly jog to keep up with you.
I'll explain when we get back to the house. I'll say
Some-
my entire demeanor changes from like being like I probably like was. I looked all smiling, happy, and ready to do research. As soon as we got out of eyesight, I just completely serious toned.
What?
Started marching
Is
fast.
something wrong?
I very much think so. Like I'll explain more when we get back. Just trust me on this until we get home.
Okay. And so then you do get back home, and you open the door, and Eleanor just goes like, "All right, Mom, we're home," and she's like, "Oh, we?" And she like turns and looks up and sees you and Eleanor. What? What? But
Don't
and she's that was your friend, wasn't it?
I'll explain in just a minute. Just give me a second. I'll go and I'll open my door and then I'll go shake Sin awake.
Sin just.
I'm guessing where's Eitri sleeping at? Is he just sleeping on the floor in my room or
Probably
something?
like either on the couch or in Eleanor's room or something.
Okay, well I'll wake the both of them
Hey,
up.
okay. And I change back, and I go into my changeling form, and it's kind of hard for me to shake back into the halfling form, so I just kind of just leave it. I'm like, they already know. Might as well leave it for a little bit.
Oh, good. Something is definitely wrong. You were right about that. I've got to stay there and figure out what it is.
You want me to go undercover?
No, he'd know too quickly. But I think I can do this. But come here, I'm gonna explain it to you and them. I need Alinar to stay as far away as he can right now. So I'll walk back out to the dining room.
And like when you rock back out, you see like your mother is looking very worried as she and Eleanor were talking, and they kind of like stop as you enter. Is everything okay?
Hold on. Sit down in the seat. We with the task force are involved in something very dangerous right now. That I think has something partially to do with Aegis right now.
Eleanor kind of narrows his eyes. Is that what? And he like points towards Sin. Is that what he was talking about earlier? With you and something called like the
Just don't.
shard?
I can't explain it all to you right now because the less people know, the better. What I can tell you though is, it was Alinar didn't see the two guys, right?
No.
Okay. Aegis is part of a group that we're trying to investigate right now.
Your mom
We don't
literally
really
just
know.
goes like a dangerous group?
We think so. Okay. We found something in our travels that Aegis is wanting me to research on. It's very powerful, very dangerous. If it gets in the wrong hands, we're trying to keep it out of the wrong hands. And right now, I'll look at Sin and look back and I'm not sure if Aegis is the right hands or not right now. Just a little while ago, two people showed up at the college and tried to take me while I was trying to get some research items.
And, like, I don't know, two very different reactions. Eleanor's like just shocked and like puts her hands to her mouth. And Eleanor's like, "Who was it?
Just
Where are they?"
don't worry, they're taken care of right now. I'm smart enough to get Aegis on that one because I was too startled, too caught off guard for it, but something doesn't sit right. One of them said the reason they were trying to take me is because they're trying to stop Aegis because they say that I am a threat. Because they
You?
say that because he said I don't know what Aegis is planning to do with me. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if there's any truth to it. What I do know is we're dealing with something very dangerous, and I don't know if I can trust Aegis or not. So, I came here mainly to tell you, Sin, Yuichi, I'm going back under the guise of researching more to try to dig more and figure out what's going on. Okay?
Going back? Eleanor asks
Yes,
you.
I
You
am.
just said you don't trust Aegis, and someone tried to attack you, and you're going back?
Somebody's got to figure out what's going on and what Aegis is trying to do
What if you
to
just
be able to make.
leave? Like, that's like what would happen?
I don't know, but with The shards that Aegis has are extremely powerful. If I don't figure out if he can be trusted or not, and I just leave, I have no idea what could happen to you or Mom. And I will not leave you guys in possible harm's way. Right? So I've got to figure this out. And I need to work with Sen. You may have to pose as a student some so we can communicate through the college. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to work this out, but
You can use me. I go to college. I know you.
absolutely not. You are staying out as far of this as you can, Eleanor.
Kind of takes a deep breath.
I can't let you get involved.
Yeah, so you can be put in harm's way, but when I get put in harm's way, no, that's too far.
It's not because you don't deserve it, okay? You have to stay safe.
As
You and
if
Mom
you do.
have to stay safe. I've done a lot of hurt to people through my powers, okay? I've got to make up for it somehow, and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure that I figure out what's going on.
All the people you've hurt has been from accident, okay? You didn't mean
Accident
it.
or not, it was still me. Like,
Okay.
you can't. Like, I can't put any of you in danger, okay? We already lost Dad. Okay,
Okay.
just
If anything happens, you find a way to tell me, and I know you can find a way. If anything super serious happens, then I can get Mom out of here.
I'll do that, okay?
Okay.
Just be careful. Don't let him know that you know anything, okay?
I handed him my book. Give him to sign in it.
What's this?
This is so he can contact you anytime he wants.
Sit. Phelan can contact me anytime he wants.
I'm going to be the contact, but it'll be through your brother. Look, do you want the help or not? Because he's not going to be able to
He
contact you all
grabs
the
the
time.
pen and just like signs his name.
Sweet Jesus, so much arguing.
Sorry, emotions are a little high right now, if you can't tell.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then I'm sorry that I didn't trust you at first, and I'm sorry that I had to be so pro Aegis, but at this point now I need him to trust me because I don't trust him. I don't
Oh no, it's
trust
fine.
him.
I mean, he was your mentor for a very long time. It's okay. It's understandable.
I know, but I think you're right. There's something going on. Even if Aegis himself can be trusted, I don't think the group can. His group can. So I'm gonna do what I can on the inside. I'll try to make contact with you every day if I can.
Okay.
If you don't hear from me for a day, I'll look at Eleanor and my mom, and you leave, and I'll look at Sin. You get the others, and you raise hell.
That's my specialty.
I know. Good.
Eleanor nods.
I'll get up. I'm gonna go. I'll go and I'll hug my mom.
She gives you a hug back.
I'm gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine. More to myself than her. And I'll go. I'm gonna put my hand out to Eleanor.
He'll put his hand out as well.
You're responsible for Mom, okay?
Yeah. You can trust me.
All right, I'm gonna head back now.
All right.
I'll see you in the college, I'm sure.
And I act like I don't know you.
Well, maybe not that far.
Okay. We'll talk.
We'll talk just normal.
Yeah.
All right. And I will take my hood back from Sin, put my hood up, and then head back.
As you open the door to leave, Mother says, Phelan,
I'll turn around.
be safe.
I will.
And she'll just kind of give like a very forced smile and nod.
Then I'll head out and shut the door behind me.
And you leave. You make your way back to the college. And there in the laboratory, Aegis is there waiting for you. Just kind of like idly picked up a book that was laying around and started reading it. Sees you coming in. Ah, Phelan. Closes the book, puts it down. Glad to see you back. I'm sure everything went well with your family.
Yeah, no, they're all good. So I just wanted to make sure I saw them, talk with them a little bit.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely, absolutely. Don't
it helps calm my nerves. So, but
completely understandable. As he kind of starts walking with you back toward the stairs going downward. He's like, well, Phelan, he kind of puts his arm around you and grabs your shoulder. You ready to make history? As you walk down the steps into where you were from before, into the facility. And I think that's a good place to end tonight's session.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt, but I definitely follow in changeling form. Not like trying to be like enough behind him so he doesn't notice, but like after he leaves, like 2 hours after he goes to college, I like stand up from I guess the table. We're all just reflecting in what's going on, and I'm just go, all right, I'm headed over to the college, and I just head to the college.
Eleanor's gonna be like, what?
Trust me,
Did
kid.
something already go wrong?
No, but you know, 2 is better than 1.
Okay. Sure, I mean, I guess you can contact me anytime, so let me know if anything goes wrong.
For sure. And, you know, it's not like anyone's going to know who I am.
That's fair. Alright, good luck. And so you're gonna head back to the college?
Yeah, I'm just going to head to the college.
Alright, so you head back. Anywhere specific you want to go?
So I want to. I'm deciding. I don't want to like stealth around.
Mm-hmm.
I want to. I want to say that I work for. In my changing form as that I'm a personal steward of Lorit Straden of House Scintilla from the Highland Empire, and that I'm here on an investigation, and
Interesting.
I need access to this college.
So now I will say it is nighttime at the moment.
Yeah.
So in terms of like administrative or faculty, there's not a lot there.
I'm just gonna walk in and I'll follow stealthily behind Phelan, and that'll be my cover if anybody asks me what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I guess we can roll stealth the next session.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
hopefully my character
I
sheet
would
will be
say
fixed.
that's fine. Phelan, what's your passive perception?
my passive perception is 16.
Okay, so you'd have to roll above a 16.
Easy.
And I don't remember what your stealth stuff
Yeah, we can just
was.
roll it next time.
Okay, yeah, then we can pick up what happens there next session then.
Yeah. In 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.